Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the Star Challenge, where our nation's brightest high school stars test their academic skills. More than 2,500 teams accepted this challenge, with the finalists competing for top honors at Rice University. Which team will win? Now, here's your host, Mark Wahlberg.
We'll get it, fellas. Thank you very much. Welcome to Star Challenge. We started with 78 teams who arrived at Rice University and competed. We now have 2 teams vying for the title of national champion. We're happy to have Manheim Township High School with us, also East Brunswick High School. Welcome to both teams. Now, you'll be hearing sound effects during the rounds. You'll hear this sound if you answer correctly. This sound means you've answered incorrectly, and this sound means time is up for the round. We're ready to start. We'll start with our warm-up round. Anyone can ring in. Please wait to be recognized by the judges before you answer. Best of luck to both teams. I know you've worked hard to get to this point. Good luck. 5-pointer. The muscles of an arm that has been in a cast for several weeks will...
Manheim Township, Alex.
Atrophy or wear.
Will shrink or atrophy, right. 10-pointer. Only 3 African-American female writers have ever received the coveted Pulitzer Prize. Name any...
East Brunswick, David.
Toni Morrison.
Right, any one of them. 10-pointer. You're studying fossils while walking down a limestone hill. After passing a rock layer containing numerous worms and shellfish, you come to a layer with no visible fossils. To what major geological era?
Manheim Township, Alex.
Precambrian.
5-pointer here. What verb in the field of space exploration means to end the mission short of its objective?
Manheim Township, Brad.
Scrub.
We're taking that.
You can't
Take that. Abort or scrub are acceptable. 10-pointer here. Visual question. Check the monitors right here in the studio. What legendary pair is the...
Manheim Township, Brad.
Romulus and Remus.
10-point question here. Name the largest pre-Columbian empire in the Americas.
East Brunswick, Mark.
The Inca Empire.
5-pointer. How many minutes did Abraham Lincoln need?
Manheim Township, Brad.
2.
Here's a 10-point math question, players. What is the measure of an angle in degrees if the following characteristics are true of the angle? The sine and the cosine are equal in value.
East Brunswick, Mark.
45 degrees.
But opposite in sine, and the angle is in the second quadrant.
Alex.
135 degrees.
That's right, Alex. 5-point music question. This percussion instrument is seldom used in concert music, but the effect can be dramatic, as this next selection aptly demonstrates. Listen to this portion of Prokofiev's fifth...
Manheim Township, Colin.
The gong.
You even need to listen, huh, Colin? 10-pointer. In what state would you find one of our newest national parks, Great Basin?
East Brunswick, Mark.
Utah.
Colin.
Wyoming.
It's in Nevada. 5-pointer. Which religion is separated into Orthodox, Conservative...
East Brunswick, Mark.
Judaism.
That's right, and Reformed division. Judaism is the answer. 5-point question here. What tradition did silent film actress Norma Talmadge start when she accidentally stumbled onto a...
Manheim Township, Brad.
She started the tradition of saying break a leg before a performance.
Stumbled onto a freshly laid cement sidewalk in 1920.
Mark.
When celebrities put their hands and feet in front of the Chinese theater.
That's right. Very good guess, though, Brad. 10-pointer here. Calculate the torque of a wrench with a 1.5-foot lever arm if a force of 40 pounds is applied perpendicularly to the end of the lever arm.
East Brunswick, Koshik.
60.
More specific.
60 foot-pounds.
That's the answer. Another visual question for 10 points. For the illustrated classics version of which...
Manheim Township, Brad.
N.C. Wyeth. And
Of which Robert Louis Stevenson novel did N.C. Wyeth paint this scene?
David.
Treasure Island.
That's right, for 10 points. And a 5-pointer. Winston Churchill was trying to avoid using what part of speech at the end of the sentence?
Manheim Township, Alex.
Preposition.
That's right. That time means we've come to the end of our warm-up round. One round down, 3 more to play. Before we get started with our second quarter, though, thought you might want to meet the players playing this championship match, starting with Manheim Township High School from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Meet the captain, Brad Rutter, a junior, second year here as a participant. Also the tight end on the football team. Next to him, Colin Kreitz, a sophomore, computer aficionado, also on the tennis team. Sitting next to Colin, Alex Hurst, a junior, second year as a participant here, newspaper feature editor at school. Rounding out the team, Brandon Dammerman enjoys volleyball and classic rock music. And a good wave to the camera there. David Gall is the alternate. Coaches Ann Klauser and James Hoke. Manheim Township. Earning the right to play against them for the championship is East Brunswick High School from East Brunswick, New Jersey. The captain, Mark Staloff, a senior, Rutgers University scholar, National Merit Scholar, newspaper editor, and is on his way to Harvard next year. Congratulations. Seated next to him is Wayne Nichols, a senior, National Merit finalist, varsity swim captain, and will attend Carnegie Mellon University. And we move to David Epstein, a senior, part of the Model United Nations, Junior State of America executive, and will be attending New York University. And Koshik Data, senior, Rensselaer scholar. Did I say it right?
Rensselaer, right.
Okay, close enough. Bausch & Lomb medal winner. And captain of the math team. You'll be going to Rutgers College just down the street from you, right, Koshik?
Right.
Great. And the alternate is Scott Landman. Coach Martin Bordak. Welcome, East Brunswick High School. Now let's go back to our captains so they can tell us a little bit about their schools. Brad, if you'll tell us about Manheim.
Manheim Township High School, located near the lush Amish country of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, has an enrollment of 1,200 students in grades 9 through 12. Township offers 11 AP courses, and 90% of our seniors move on to higher education. In keeping with the Quiz Bowl team's winning tradition, the Blue Streak girls tennis team has been undefeated for 11 years. The team would like to thank the administration, teachers, our coaches, Miss Ann Klauser and Mr. James Hoke, and especially the citizens of Manheim Township for making this trip a reality. Also, we'd like to thank Dave Gall, who couldn't be here. He graduated last night, first in his class.
Flew back to give his valedictorian, probably a little party afterwards. Probably going to be watching you at home. Mark, if you tell us about East Brunswick.
East Brunswick is a suburban community of 40,000 located in central New Jersey. East Brunswick High School is a 3-year high school with an enrollment of about 1,600 students. It offers more than a dozen advanced placement courses, and nearly 90% of students go on to higher education. East Brunswick High School enjoyed national recognition last year when our undefeated girls soccer team was ranked first in the nation by USA Today.
Great, Mark. Thank you very much. Welcome both teams. Time for our second quarter of play. It's the bonus category round. What we'll do is ask a toss-up question. If you answer correctly, we'll then move to the bonus category where you can earn up to 50 points. If you miss, your opponents will get a chance to answer that question. 55 to 50 right now. Manheim Township with a very narrow lead. Let's go on with our second quarter. Here's your first toss-up question. Which 1942 naval battle was the first ever fought?
Manheim Township, Brad.
The Battle of Midway.
Totally.
Mark.
The Battle of the Coral Sea.
That is correct. First category for East Brunswick will be computer science. Computer science. Give the MS-DOS command for each of the following. For 5 points, batch subcommand that allows conditional execution of a DOS command.
Go to.
Chance for Manheim Township to pick up 5 points.
If.
That's right. Here is your toss-up question, teams. Su-Yan Wu and her daughter Jing-Mei Wu, An-Mei Su and her daughter Rose Su, Jordan, Lindo Zhang.
East Brunswick, Mark.
The Joy Luck Club.
That's right, Mark. Your category is Great Escapes of Fiction. Okay, name the character associated with each of the following escapes for 5 points. From the cave of the Cyclops by hiding himself under the belly of a ram.
Ulysses.
For 10 points, from the Huron Indians after the Delaware chief Chingachgook cut his bond.
Natty Bumppo.
For 15 points, from a slave trader named Haley in a flight across river ice floes.
Eliza.
And for 20 points, from the noose, because the hangman's incompetence spared this incorrigible optimist.
Pollyanna.
I like to guess. Maybe Manheim Township knows it.
Dr. Pangloss.
That's the answer for 20 points. Well done. Here's another toss-up question. Successful radial keratotomy would eliminate the need for what?
Keratotomy. Manheim Colin.
Glasses.
Take a letter as your category. 5-point question. What letter do you add to the antonym of frown to make the antonym of metaphor?
Simile. I.
That's right for 5. Here's your 10-pointer. What letter do you add to the word for a tropical fruit rich in potassium to make another word for what a cowboy might wear around his neck?
D.
Banana. Add a D. It's bandana. Here's your 15-pointer. What letter do you add to the word meaning everlasting to make another word meaning on the outside?
External. X.
Add an X to eternal, you get external. For 20 points, what letter do you add to the word meaning put forth great effort to make another word meaning man outstanding in his field?
G.
Chance for you to get 20 points, East Brunswick, if you know the letter.
P.
P. Add a P to exert, you get expert, and that's the answer. Very well done. Let's go to our next toss-up question. Listen to this very brief excerpt from a speech at the 1988 Democratic National Convention and identify the speaker.
East Brunswick, Mark.
Bill Clinton.
Brad.
And Richards.
Well done. Your category, Roman Empire. With the accession of Nerva, the reign of the adoptive or 5 good emperors began. Name the other 4. You'll earn 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, so forth, until you're incorrect. Fire when ready.
Hadrian was a good guy. I don't know. Hadrian. Marcus Aurelius. Trajan.
I don't know, Brad. Your answer?
Augustus.
There's one left, East Brunswick. If you know the answer, it's worth 20 points.
Vespasian.
Pius.
Antoninus Pius.
Antoninus Pius. Not to be confused with others. That sound means that we have come to the end of our bonus round. Almost ready to start our third round. What a terrific match it's been so far. I should let you know that the questions you hear are provided and authenticated by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now let's take a moment, if we can, to meet our judges, starting with Chip Beal, Executive Director of the National Academic Association. Seated next to him, Mike Mastandria, Director of Score Unlimited. And finally, Brick Barrientos, Director Emeritus of the Maryland Classic. Welcome, judges. Glad to have you. Time to play our 60-second round. You'll have 60 seconds to answer questions under these categories, and they are coats of arms, German, opera plots, and a mystery category. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can, 10 points for every right answer. If you get all 10 in 60 seconds, you get an extra 20 points bonus. For every question you miss, your opponents will get a chance to clean up that category. And the score right now, very close score. Manheim Township in the lead with 160. East Brunswick High School, 120, which means, Mark, you get to choose your first category. What will it be?
Opera plots.
Opera plots it is. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock now. Identify the operas from the following scenarios. Don Jose falls in love with a seductive gypsy who works in a... Radames, commander of the...
Aida.
Count and Rosina are in love and the local hairstylist helps them.
The Barber of Seville.
Leonora, disguised as a young man, saves her husband from prison.
Tosca.
The title character sells his soul to the devil.
Faust.
Rodolfo falls in love with Mimi.
La Boheme.
The princess of Judea lusts after John the Baptist, who is held
Salome.
Alfredo is in love with a courtesan named Violetta.
La Traviata.
Netta is in love with Silvio, and her husband discovers her infidelity.
Pagliacci.
Iago deceives the title character.
Othello.
That's 10. 9 are answered correctly. Very quickly done. There is one remaining, Manheim Township. You can pick up the points if you know the answer to this question. Leonora, disguised as a young man, saves her husband from prison.
What? Your answer?
Die Zauberflöte.
Fidelio is the answer we're looking for. And your choice of category?
We'll go with Deutsch.
Okay, Colin.
German it is. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock now. Translate these German sentences into English. Ich spreche Deutsch.
I speak
I
German.
speak German.
Sie wissen nicht.
They don't know. They don't know.
They don't know.
Fahrt dieser Zug nach Hamburg?
Is this train going to
Does
Hamburg?
this train go to Hamburg?
Warten Sie auf mich bitte.
Wait for me, please.
Wait for me, please.
Ist die Kirche sehr weit von hier?
Is the church very far from here?
Is the church very far from here?
Wie viel Uhr wird geschlossen?
When do we? At what time do we leave?
What time do we leave?
What time do we leave?
Kann ich von hier nach Stuttgart fliegen?
Can I fly from here to Stuttgart?
Can I fly from here to Stuttgart?
Wann geht das letzte Boot?
When does the last boat leave?
When does the last boat leave?
Wie komme ich zum Opernhaus von hier?
How do I get to the Opera House from
How
here?
do I get to the Opera House from here?
Ich bin auf dem Bahnhof.
I'm at the train station.
I'm at the train station.
Got through all 10 of them, answered 8 correctly. Is that right? And I think I get points for that round. You get 2 chances. There are two questions they did not get. The first one was this. Sie wissen nicht.
You don't know?
Say again?
You don't know?
That is correct. And the other one they missed. Wie viel Uhr wird geschlossen?
At what time did we go?
Yes.
It is impossible to tell the formal you from the third plural in German because the verb form is the same and the pronoun.
Time to protest.
Okay. We'll wait.
The answer to the one that you missed, East Brunswick, was what time does it close? Close. Well done, though. You picked up 10 points. And that's the end of our 60-second round. Time for our fourth quarter of play. It is definitely a championship match. If you look at the scores, only 20 points separating the two teams. There was a protest lodged at the end of the third period. Let's address that now, and to do that is our judge, Mike Mastandria. Mike?
Yes, in German, the formal you and third-person plural are the same Z. It's just a capitalization difference from what we gave them. They couldn't tell what we were talking about, so Manheim Township will get 10 points. We'll have to deduct 10 from East Brunswick.
Okay. Now we're ready for our fourth quarter of play. This will decide the national champion here. The questions, we call this the Stump the Experts round. The questions are college level now, 15 and 20-point values. Best of luck, teams. Let's begin. Here's a 15-point visual question. Check the monitor. Name the American artist who painted the scene or identify the...
East Brunswick, Wayne.
Hopper.
Good for 15 points. What happens if the ruler of Monaco dies without a...
East Brunswick, Mark.
Sovereignty will pass on to France.
Without a male heir, and that's the right answer. 20-pointer here. Match the city with the county in which it is situated. Cities, Chicago, Atlanta, Oakland, Houston, Detroit. Counties, Wayne, Cook, Alameda, Fulton, Harris.
East Brunswick, Mark.
Chicago is Cook County, Atlanta is Fulton County, Oakland is Alameda County, Houston is Harris County, Detroit is Wayne County.
Good for 20 points. 15-pointer here. It took all things, the show business newspaper Variety to sum up the great stock market crash best. What was its headline on...
East Brunswick, Mark.
Wall Street lays an egg.
Well put by Variety. 20-pointer here. Who founded the Dance Theater of Harlem?
Manheim Township, Brad.
Alvin Ailey.
That's right. 20-point music question here. Which composer's symphonic poems, Nuage, Fête, and Siren, performed for the first time in 1900, are also known as Nocturne?
East Brunswick, Mark.
Debussy.
Well done for 20 points. Here's another 20-pointer. Translate this Napoleonic quotation from the original French. Du sublime au ridicule.
Manheim Township, Brad.
From the sublime to the ridiculous is but one step.
That's good for 20 points. 20-pointer here. St. Augustine, Florida boasts of being the oldest city in the United States, dating from September 1565. Where, however, would you find the oldest continuously inhabited settlement in the United States?
Manheim Township, Brandon.
Jamestown?
Mark.
Williamsburg.
answer is the Pueblo of Acoma near Zuni, New Mexico, which remains today as it was when Coronado came to America. 15-pointer here. What two tunnels connect Manhattan with the new...
Manheim Township, Brad.
The Holland Tunnel and the Lincoln Tunnel.
I was quick on the draw with the New Jersey Turnpike System was the rest of that. 20-pointer here. Name the naive optimist who is kidnapped by aliens from the planet...
Manheim Township College.
Arthur Dent.
Tralfamador in Kurt Vonnegut's novel Slaughter...
David.
Pilgrim. Billy Pilgrim. Slaughterhouse 5 is the novel. 20-point art question. The noted French artist who did this painting entitled...
Manheim Township, Brad.
Cezanne.
Bend in the Road is the painting. 20-pointer here. Match the painting with the Italian painter. Titles: St. Francis in Ecstasy, Lady with Ermine, School of Athens, Venus of Urbino. Artists: Giovanni Bellini, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Titian.
East Brunswick, Mark.
In order as he read them: Bellini, Da Vinci, Raphael, Titian.
Hold on. 15-pointer. If a cube has a volume of 1 liter, how long is each edge of...
East Brunswick, Koshik.
10 centimeters.
Each edge of the cube, 10 centimeters. 20-pointer. To protect themselves and their stored crops from human raiders, many early peoples found they had to build fortifications around their dwelling places. Walled towns may have been the earliest large-scale engineering project. Can you name the oldest known...
East Brunswick, Wayne.
Jericho.
Oldest known example of this defense. 15-pointer. What 8-word slogan of the last century expressed the concept that the British Empire was vast and...
East Brunswick, Mark.
The sun never sets on the British Empire.
vast and global. 15-point music question. Identify this familiar country dance music.
Manheim Township, Brad.
It's a hoedown.
Koshik.
Square dance.
Cotton-Eyed Joe is the answer to that one. 20-pointer here. How many years after Texas became a republic did it become part
East Brunswick, Mark.
9.
of the United States? 9 is the answer. 15-pointer here. Eugene Delacroix painted The Bark of Dante. Painting The Bark of Dante depicts the crossing of which river?
East Brunswick, Mark.
The Styx.
20-pointer. In which novel does Bathsheba Everdeen eventually marry her third suitor?
East Brunswick, David.
Far from the madding crowd.
That's right.
2 minutes left.
20-point question here. What activity involving animals was the major sport for the aristocracy in England
Manheim Township, Brad.
Fox hunting.
up until the mid-17th century?
Mark.
Bull baiting.
Say it again.
Bear baiting.
Falconry. Falconry is the answer. 20-pointer. How did pianist Van Cliburn become an international celebrity?
Manheim Township College.
He started when he was very young.
Mark.
Won a competition in Moscow.
I'm more specific.
Tchaikovsky competition.
1958 was the year. 20-point question here. The first U.S. combat troops landed in Vietnam in what city in March 19...
Manheim Township, Brad.
Dien Bien Phu.
In March 1965.
Mark.
Hue.
Da Nang. 20-pointer. What is the maximum amount an individual can contribute to an IRA in 1 year?
East Brunswick, Mark.
$15,000.
Colin.
$10,000?
$2,000 is the answer there. 15-pointer here. The Declaration of Independence is on display in the National Archives in Washington, D.C. On what was it written?
Manheim Township, Brad.
Parchment.
Skin, that's the answer. 20-pointer here. President Lincoln asked his generals to send him a daily report of what was happening on their battlefront. Resenting this, General McClellan one day sent a frivolous report to the president. Yesterday we captured 6 cows. What shall we do with them? 2 days later, he got a telegram from Lincoln, which contained only 2 words.
Manheim Township, Brad.
You're fired.
What was the reply?
Mark.
Hamburgers.
Both great replies. Milk 'em is what Lincoln said. Milk 'em. 15-pointer. A balloon contains 500. Time is up. Looking for an official ruling. With 460 points, East Brunswick High School takes the championship. Mark, let me present you with your trophy. Congratulations. Well played. Terrific job, all you players. Great, great work. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Our national champion has been crowned. Thanks for watching Star Challenge. I'm Mark Wahlberg. Hope you'll be with us again. Bye now.
Star Challenge was made possible by Texaco, where you'll find the new generation of clean gasoline. Clean System 3. Texaco, ardent supporter of the education of America's students. Our promise for the future.